always some kind of negative energy that comes your way. How do you respond to that energy and not lose the role?
There are some times when you want to lose the role.
I know.
There are some times when you want to, you know.
Like something to the shoes, the Vaseline up.
Absolutely. Take it back to the old days. But
hey, beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Northeast Rochester TV. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I need to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video, and make sure that you're commenting down below. My team and I absolutely love to read your comments. Not tonight. We're being joined by the wonderful, the beautiful, the fabulous. Tell them who you are, darling.
Mayor Lovely A. Warren.
Now, we invited Mayor Warren on here tonight because you all requested it to talk about believing and becoming. But before we talk about that, we're going to ask her the question we ask every single guest. What is your story?
Wow, that is
a big question. I know.
A big question. Okay, so I'll try to keep it short.
Yes.
I was born and raised in the city of Rochester.
Nice.
I went away to school in New York City and to Albany Law School, but you know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I had struggles in my family and had to go through those challenges with my dad and all of that. And so the struggles of many of our young people today is the same struggles that I went through.
That's good. That is awesome. So when you think about the topic of believing and becoming, what comes to mind?
It's believing that you can achieve whatever dream that you want to achieve.
Yes. And
becoming that person that you want to become. And not allowing anyone or anything to stand in your way.
Yes! That's good. Now we know in the law of polarity, there is ups, there's downs, there's left, there's right, there's wrong. But your message is believe. Has there ever been a time when you doubted yourself?
Of course, there's been times when I doubted myself, but part of believing and becoming is knowing that whatever you set your mind to, that whatever you work hard for, that you can achieve it, that God has put whatever that you need within you to help you achieve your dreams.
Oh, that's good! That's good. So when you were younger, I know that a lot of people get asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you see yourself becoming mayor?
No, actually, I wanted to be a lawyer, and I am a lawyer. That was my dream job, and I accomplished that. And you know, God put me on a different path. I wanted to come back and do great things in my city and work with the people here to change the outcomes for the most challenged in our community.
Good, and she's doing a great job. That is awesome. So when you see yourself, what do you see in the mirror?
I see a strong woman with the courage to speak truth to power and to challenge us all, including myself, to do what's necessary for the next generation. That it's not about me. And so I think about the fact that people that led people from slavery, people that like Frederick Douglass, abolitionists, they never really thought they would see the day where they would be free. But they did everything that they could so that future generations could achieve the dreams that they didn't see themselves actually achieving.
Yes, you are doing that. Smiling down on you right now. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yes. So I know a lot of times when you're in a place of leadership, people are always just like looking for you to always be on, and they want you to just be in ready, set, go mode all the time. But when do you find yourself most at peace?
Actually, it's when I'm with our young people in our schools, when I'm talking to them, and you see hope, and you see opportunity, and you see dreams, and faith and belief that, I can do this, and you really want them to continue in that, to never lose that sense of being and accomplishment. So that's when I feel most at peace. And in my conference room in my office, we have pictures of young people all around us because we're not doing and building the city for right now. We're building the city for tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. So when we're thinking about our young people who are looking at this video and they're watching this interview and they see themselves in you, what advice do you have for them?
So I would tell our young people to never give up, never become a victim of your circumstances. Life is not going to be easy. You will always have challenges that come your way, but know and have the faith that you have everything in you to achieve whatever dream it is that you want to achieve. So if it's being that lawyer, you can become that lawyer. If it's being mayor, you can become mayor. Don't let anyone or anything stop you.
Yes, because we know our haters make us greater. I know a lot of times when you place leadership as mayor or any kind of leadership, there's always some kind of negative energy that comes your way. How do you respond to that energy and not lose the role?
There are some times when you want to lose
Yes,
the role.
I know.
There are some times when you want to, you know.
Like the shoes, the Vaseline.
Absolutely. Take it back to the old
Yes.
days. But I remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's not for them. It's for the people that I know want change, see change, and believe that we can change. And so I believe that I have a purpose to really lead the city to where it needs to be and to hand it off to the next person to do what they need to do to take it even further. And so I want to leave our community better than the way I found it. And I think that we, working collectively together with the community, are doing just that. I believe in not just the city, but I believe in our people in the city. And it takes all of us working together.
Yeah. I know that at the beginning of the interview you mentioned briefly your father and some of the issues that you had to deal with growing up with him. What is your most positive memory of him?
So my dad and I were very close, and we still are close today. It's actually playing tennis. And we would travel a lot. We would go on walks and bike riding, and he was just a strong, powerful man. He was an engineer at Xerox, and you know, some friends introduced him to drugs, and that changed his life for a while. But I'm thankful that he's clean now, he's happy, he's doing what he needs to do, and just really living his best life. You know, sometimes he's in Trinidad, sometimes he's in New York City, sometimes he's in Atlanta, sometimes he's here.
Yes.
So I said when I get older, I want to be like him.
Oh, Daddy! I got a passport. That is awesome. So for that young person who really sees you and they say, okay, she has these incredible circumstances that she overcame. How can I overcome them if I'm going through those same things that you were going through back then?
Well, I think that you have to have people that people that hold you accountable, right? So, you know, be around people that encourage you. Anyone that encourages you to do the wrong thing, they are not people that really want you to succeed.
That is true.
Anyone that's holding you back and saying to do something that's wrong, those are not people that truly care about you. And you really have to never lose focus. In the morning, and when you wake up in the morning, one of my teachers, administrators that helped me along the path, he said, you look in the mirror and you always tell yourself what it is that you want to be. I want to be a lawyer.
Yes.
I will be a lawyer.
Yes, I am a lawyer.
I am a lawyer.
Yes,
so you can change all that, and so never let anyone stand in your way, because people will try to put water on your dream. They'll try to put the fire out. They'll try to put the flame out, but keep going.
That's it. Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Sure.
Yes, you are. Favorite book?
Coldest winter ever.
Ooh. Favorite movie?
Jason's lyric.
Yes. And what is the impact that you hope to leave on Rochester?
That we can be the best city in America.
Yes. And who inspires you?
Who inspires me? That's tough. Because so many people inspire me, but I think that the person that I think about the most, or the people that I think about, are my grandparents, who were sharecroppers. My grandfather's mother passed away when he was 3. My grandmother moved here, 8 children, and a hope and a prayer, all the struggles that they had to overcome. And I think about, anytime I think that, like, I can't do this,
Yeah.
I think about all the things they overcame just to be, just to have something to pass on to the next generation.
Yes.
And all the ancestors whose shoulders I stand on. And so that's
one of my Maya Angelou's favorite quotes is that I come as one, but I stand as 10,000.
absolutely.
Woo! And this next question comes from Carlos Merriweather of Rochester, New York. Hey, Carlos! He wants to know, with Barack Hussein Obama signing on with Netflix to recreate the life of Frederick Douglass, who do you think would play the role of Frederick Douglass? Who do you think should play the role of Frederick
Oh,
Douglass?
Carlos does a great job. We love Carlos here, and he's done a phenomenal job playing Frederick Douglass here in Rochester. So President Obama, look at Rochester and look at Carlos Merriweather to be the next Frederick Douglass in your movie.
That is awesome. And to be audacious means to be
A believer.
So tell the people how they can find you online, how they can support you.
So you can visit the city's website, www.cityofrochester.gov. I'm also on Facebook as Lovely Ann Warren or Mayor Lovely Warren. And I just started Instagram a little bit. So just a little bit.
Awesome. So until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured.